guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some books featuring magical schools for you. Alright, so it is finally back to school season, so let's go ahead and just dive into some books that have magical schools. Alright, the first up is Adelon. So this one is a spin-off of the Tarot Sequence books. I do have a full book review or reasons why you should read the Tarot Sequence that I will leave linked up above. But if you guys are new here and you didn't know, the Tarot Sequence is one of my favorite urban fantasy books with queer characters. So this is following the kids from the Tarot Sequence, so it's following Max, Quinn, and Anna as they, go to their magical school and learn how to use their powers. This first book in the series is not necessarily a whole lot of them learning how to use their magic, and it is in fact a deleted part of the Hourglass Throne, in which their school that they go to gets blown up by evil magic. And yeah, it's really fun. I would highly recommend this book if you are a fan of the Tarot Sequence or you want to just dive into the Tarot Sequence. I would recommend reading the other Tarot Sequence books first, but you don't really have to. This is just a really fun adventure featuring a bunch of magical kids and their school that gets blown up. So next up I have Every Hearted Doorway. This is the first book in the Wayward Children series. This is following a bunch of kids who go through doors to other lands. So like Alice in Wonderland kind of, Narnia kind of, those kinds of doors. However, these doors are just a little bit more dramatic or creepier. And yeah, anyway, this is them after they've come home from these other lands, and some of them are devastated they can't get back to their doors. Some of them are just trying to figure out how to be normal. So this is basically a home for all of these kids that have been on magical adventures and are trying to readjust, or, some of them are there for long term because they have these weird magical powers now. And this is just such a fun adventure story. Also, it's really short. And as of filming this video, I'm reading the fourth book in the series, and it's really good so far. But yeah, this is one that I would highly recommend if you're looking for something a little different. Next up I have the Circle of Magic series. This happens to be a bind up of book 1 and 2. So this is following a bunch of kids who are in bad situations, or they're in bad situations, and they kind of developed these magical powers that the people around them don't know how to control. And basically somebody comes and collects them and brings them to a group home at a magical college where they are being taught how to use those powers, as well as finding family and all the adventures that they go on. This is just such a fun, school setting. How could you not want to be, a kid on a magical college campus learning how to do magic? Next up I have a favorite, and that is Carry On. This is the first book in the Carry On series. I think that's what it's called. This is following Simon Snow, who is the worst chosen one ever, and he thinks his roommate Baz, who happens to be a vampire, is out to get him at every opportunity. And it's them having a whole bunch of magical adventures and shenanigans, and it's kind of a satirical take on the chosen one trope, and I really enjoy it. Also, I haven't read any of the other books in the series yet, so I need to do that, but I would highly recommend this book if you're looking for a magical school. And then the last book I'd like to recommend today is another favorite, and that is Tempest and Slaughter. This is the first book in the R.M. Draper series, I think, which I'm highly anticipating whenever the next one comes out, because I feel like we were left on a cliffhanger with this one. However, this is following R.M. Draper, who is also in the other books by Tamora Pierce. He later goes by Numair, who is a very powerful mage. But this is him going to a magical school and learning how to use his powers for the first time. And there's a lot of political intrigue because one of his best friends is a prince who is just slightly mad, and things do not go well later on in other books where these two characters pop up. But this is just a really nice, leisurely pace through a fantasy world where you're learning how to do magic and making friends and learning all the things you need to function as a mage within a fantasy realm. Alright, so those are some of my favorite books that have magical schools in them. Is there a book that you guys would like to recommend that has a magical school? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys!